Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Ready! 95, 56!
You can't block me! You can't block me! Check! Crouch!
Kill!
On first down, Breeze. That's complete. It's Collins. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Switch! Check 52!
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Breeze. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Ready?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
We're good. Like 4, ready!
Now on 2nd and 16. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 3. Check.
Hey, kill! Yes! Greystone, travel.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A nice move gets him a few extra, down just shy of his 20. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 49, check 49. Check 49.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
40, back 25.
Check, 47. Get your squad.
22.
47.
Got it.
What we got?
They go play action now. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Smith. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, South.
Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
Get in the way.
Here we go, here we go.
Breeze now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Under 10, under 10, 10 good.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deidrin Sanat with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And this one complete to Smith. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll come out in the pistol.
Over.
Target. Check 24. Check 24.
Wait.
He's checking. Crash.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Watch twist.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Easy, opposite. Smooth.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Kill, turn up.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
You got tight right there.
After the sack on first down, Ryan throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Down. Get it. Hey, 25.
Watch the run.
Wait. Got it. Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 27.
Pick it up.
Hey, check Mike.
Wait.
Check Mike 47.
Wait, got it.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. 4-7 to Mike.
51.
Here we go, T. Here I come.
Throwing on third and long. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is Harris. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready. 95.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Ito Smith trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
56. Jim.
58.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll set up the screen to Smith.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
25, check 25, check 25.
Recon, 132 fighter. Here you go, 21. Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Breeze now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hand. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, past the 20. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, South. Hey, express.
Wrong football. Check 9.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check it back, check it back.
22.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on third and long. Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Protein spill.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey.
On first down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ready.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line.
Breeze going to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Now he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First down.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Breeze to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Breeze. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's a first down run with Collins. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Breeze toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Lutz puts this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run it again with Smith. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
It's a party now. Say. Wait. 39.
Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, they're scared. 39. Space.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
A first down carry for Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and
56, right there, 56. Hey. Watch the twist.
Check.
On second and 12, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action. It's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Space, space.
Watch out. Watch
Check,
out.
check. Check, check. Hey, Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to let this go for the end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Breeze now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Now Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check, check, check.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and now it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Play action, Ryan. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
47. Check, 47. Watch the out. Alert flare. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. This complete to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Gets past one man. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with a run by Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
27-yard line.
Again, it's Smith. And an alley to run. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the back.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 16-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Delayed give to Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Grady Jarrett drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
They'll run on first down. Smith. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.